Hey guys, what's up? It's TenneyBox here. Welcome back to another video. In the background, I have some Overwatch gameplay that I recorded probably about a month or two ago. I honestly don't remember what this is from. Probably from Co-op Shop or something. I don't believe I ever uploaded it, so here's some great gameplay, I guess, for you guys for the background of this video. I'm sorry I haven't recorded in a few days. I just haven't had the urge or will to upload. I haven't had any thoughts on it. Like, it's not that I hadn't had the time. I've actually been pretty free in terms of scheduling. I mean, this weekend I was pretty busy. But as of terms of today, I really just didn't have the urge to upload. But until now, I decided to do a little bit of a theory video about my thoughts on where YouTube is going to be heading down into the future in terms of gaming content creators on YouTube. And I'm not specifically talking about the company itself. I'm just going to be talking about the content creators specifically, just to clear that up before the actual theorizing starts. And remember, this is completely, this is not 100% set in stone, basically. This is just what I think is going to happen. It's definitely, it possibly could happen, possibly couldn't. It's, I mean, if I've learned anything from being on the internet for like the last 19 years of my life, it's that things are always subject to change. Like, there's not a 100% definition of, like, you know, that things can change, basically, so I'm trying to get across in this video. But I do think that right now, or it used to be, that commentaries were over video games were like the biggest thing on YouTube. And to a degree they still are, except for one thing has changed, and that's the advertisements. YouTube has kind of gone to this family-friendly style where they're not getting behind on advertising and things that have profanity in it, gore, violence, etc., which is like 95% of the gaming community, and rightfully so, because that's kind of what built it up. Like, you know, people can't deny that they don't laugh when somebody drops an F-bomb, or like that you're not, or it's not awesome when you see like gore and Outlast and you're like just running or something. I don't know. It's just one of those things that just makes the internet go round. Like, I personally don't like to see some violent things. In terms of video games, obviously there are things that shouldn't be on YouTube, such as like ISIS videos. Clearly that should not be on this website, but people do in fact do those things, and that's why supposedly advertisers pulled out. My personal theory is that it happened because of a chain reaction from what the Wall Street Journal did to PewDiePie, defaming his name and just basically making up a bunch of lies about him, by him being a Nazi. I think that's kind of what kickstarted this entire thing, but I could be wrong. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. But I honestly think that YouTube gamers are going to seriously need to change their source of revenue if they want to continue here on YouTube. And I think that the best way to do this is to avoid YouTube's payment completely. I mean, not completely into the sense of where you're not getting monetization at all, but 100% don't rely on YouTube, because YouTube is kind of shady when it comes to not letting people know what's happening. Like, we'll go months in the dark without knowing about a new change or a new system that they've implemented, or a new algorithm. Yeah, they're that kind of company. They're basically Steam levels of horrible customer support, except for that they're somehow even worse, I think, in my mind, because they have, and Steam, like, yeah, they have horrible customer support, but they don't have a lot of content creators, minus the developers. I'm not talking about them. But YouTube has people paying for their content and also making them money, but yet we're still left in the dark. So yeah, it's pretty concerning, to say the least. But yeah, it's just one of those things where we're going to see this fallout in YouTube, and we already are, where people are losing monetization and losing a lot of money in YouTube. I've heard of some content creators losing up to 90% of their revenue, which is completely asinine, in my opinion. I really haven't had any effect of this because I, one, didn't really make too much money off of YouTube, a couple of bucks here or there, and that's not anything shameful to say. It's just that I haven't really put much into growing my channel that much. Like, I haven't had millions of views of success. Like, I'll be lucky to get 20 views in a video. I'm not ashamed to say that. It's just like one of those things where, I don't know, it's just the algorithm doesn't like me too much, or maybe people don't. Possibly both. I'd like to tell myself the algorithm part, but where was I going with this? Right, okay, so what I think the new source of media, the new source of income for YouTubers will be is live streaming. And I don't mean monetization from YouTube from live streaming, although, yeah, that could be helpful, because it's weird how live streaming works. Like, for example, I had about 4 concurrent viewers on a live stream I did I think last week. I can't remember what I was streaming here on YouTube. what was I live streaming? Oh, I was streaming Zombie Chronicles. That's what it was. For Black Ops 3 when it came out. I had about 4 concurrent viewers over the course of probably an hour and 13 minutes, I think it lasted, or something around there. The video said I got 25 views, so somewhere down the line, someone either refreshed the page or something, or whatever may have happened, but the views definitely increased based on a normal video of mine in a short period of time, which, yeah, that was cool that the monetization kind of got upgraded on that because more views were implemented, not much that it really had an effect on my channel. But I began to notice something when I've been watching a lot of streamers. I've been watching a lot of live streamers on YouTube, and I don't know how to explain it necessarily, but how my mindset works with this. But I've been enjoying a lot more than watching just straight-up videos. Although I do love the occasional commentary, because that's what YouTube is to me, for the most part. I just love watching commentaries, and although I do love Twitch, and I think that Twitch is a far superior live streaming program, I don't think that YouTube is far behind in terms of technology. I do think there are a lot more issues on YouTube, but then again, there are a lot of issues on Twitch too with streaming, so I don't know. I'm going to end this video with this. I do believe that streaming on YouTube is going to be the new source of income for a lot of YouTubers, because, and I 100% mean this sincerely, like, just because a YouTuber of yours doesn't make as much money as they used to doesn't mean that they're not good people, or they're not, the algorithm, it's basically this. It's either one, the algorithm doesn't like them too much, and it's always changing, or two, it's just because YouTube just found them not content creator friendly, or whatever their new algorithm thing is. Basically because a bunch of corporations bully them into being politically correct for every single little thing, and then it's not even being politically correct. It's like to the point where it's babying, like, no swearing in your videos, no violence or gore. Well, clearly the violence and gore is just like, yeah, real life violence and gore. Yeah, let's chalk that off the list. But that's extremely vague, especially when we have video games. Like, is this violence and gore, YouTube? The outlet, or not the outlet, the Overwatch gameplay I'm showing you? Clearly it's not gore, but there's violence. I mean, I'm shooting a diva right there, so is that violence and gore? I don't know, YouTube, you tell me. But yeah, I'm going to end this video here with this. I do think that YouTube streaming is going to be a bigger thing in the future, and I really honestly hope it does, because it'll show the independence from YouTube. Because if somebody doesn't have a monetized channel on YouTube, or like monetized videos, but they rely solely on super chats and donations and stuff like that, or subscription fees or Patreons, I do think that it's going to hurt YouTube a lot. And I mean, I hate to say it, but rightfully so. I mean, they do technically have to abide by these companies and corporations that are bullying them basically out of it, because they're the company and they're going to lose money and they won't be able to do the stuff that they do without money. But at the same time, we're kind of getting betrayed in this sort of way, because one, we're being left in the dark, and two, it's completely ridiculously vague on all their restrictions. Like, they're not even restrictions, they're just guidelines that are completely, as they've always been, in the dark. Like most of what happens on YouTube, we won't know what happens until either A, one of our channel gets banned, or the video gets demonetized. Anyways, guys, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you so much for watching. Keep calm, trust your instincts, and have a good one. Peace.